Welcome back. It's been a long time. We took a little hiatus, but welcome back to the Great Perspective. You know how we do it here. We talk mainly sports, but we talk politics, family, and everything in between. We want to thank all of our subscribers and those that reach out and ask about the show, about the podcast. You know, we haven't hit a year yet since we've been doing this, so we appreciate everybody that watch either our shorts or the videos. But my name's Chico. That's my brother Derek, and we want to say thank you for joining and just continue to rock with us as we continue to grow. But let's get into it, man. We missed a lot. Missed a lot that's been going on in sports. First things first, we're gonna talk about is the NBA. A lot of the NBA trades. You know, the big ones was LeBron, Jalen Brown, uh, but it's been a lot. John Morant. There's a lot of movement in the NBA. But what's your thoughts on the off season and even during the season, the trades?
Um, yes, I'm ready. I'm excited. I'm ready for the season to kick off. Um, I don't going into this season. I don't believe like years past. You thought like the West was like a step ahead of the East. I don't see it like that anymore. I see more parity now because New York done showed you, and especially uh the way Philly looking, and Boston just recently won like 3 years ago. That it ain't about the Wild West anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's parity now. That being said, I say it's wide open because OKC can win it all, especially if they're healthy and they get J Dub back.
Mm-hmm.
And San Antonio, all they was missing was a power forward, and they
Yeah,
and
they
they
got
went and got so
Harris.
Harris, so
Mm-hmm.
Tobias Harris, so Wimby got some help in the low post, and they already got them speedy guards. So San
Yeah,
Antonio,
Castle, man.
they only gonna have more confidence. It's like once you make it to the Super Bowl or World Series or NBA Finals, that's your expectation. You saw
Mm-hmm.
that with Golden State the past 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
That was their expectation. So now that San Antonio done like a shark done taste that blood, that's gonna be their expectation. And then so you got San Antonio, you got I'm talking about the West. You got San Antonio,
OKC.
then you got OKC, and you got two teams that gonna look different, but we're gonna see how it look on the floor with uh, with Ball going to Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
which is gonna allow Anthony Edwards to go to his true position, shooting guard. So we're gonna see how that work.
Mm-hmm.
And with John Morant down there in Portland, and Portland already showed you they could go toe to toe with San Antonio in the first round of the playoffs was just
Mm-hmm.
Sagan and Drew Holiday. So
Mm-hmm.
now imagine this year, uh, John Morant in the backcourt with old boy coming back.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I think the West is gonna
Dame
the
Leonard.
West. Yeah, but
With Dame Leonard
East.
coming, he didn't play last year. He was hurt. But he coming back this year with Dame Leonard and John Morant in that backcourt, and you got a bench with Drew Holiday them coming off the bench, and you still got your starting. So we'll see. But I think the teams that going to be left in the back end are the Lakers.
Hey, hold up. You forgot one. You can't forget about Dallas. You can't forget
Yeah,
about Kyrie
Dallas.
coming back. You got
Kyrie
Flag.
come back.
Yeah.
And they can
Dallas.
and they can beef up that bench. You know, I don't think Dallas have enough to beat a OKC.
I think they got enough.
They need one more piece.
Nah, I think they got enough. Because they got two bigs. They got Flag. Flag is like, what is Flag? 16?
Flag like 6'7". But I'm just saying my opinion, but I might be wrong. But like I say,
I think they got enough.
My front runners are OKC, San Antonio, and behind them, I got Minnesota and Portland. But the ones that I think got high expectations that ain't much going to happen is now Houston might do something if they get their point guard back and not win the championship, but make a playoff run.
Yeah, but they can make the playoffs in the West.
But the
Lakers are out of it.
The Lakers just acquired that big center from Utah, what Luka wanted, and they made some off-season acquisitions. But like I say, the Lakers still haven't addressed the issue that was there when LeBron was there. They don't have a bench. When you talk about OKC, when you talk about San Antonio, those teams are 11 and 12 deep. And they actually play them in the games in rotation. San Antonio, you might see the second half, you might see 5 whole different people. And see, that's what's hindering the Lakers and Houston of the world is they depend on the starters top heavy. Luka got to play 30 minutes, 35 minutes. Austin Reeves got to play so many minutes because they got no bench. And see, I know you watched it. You seen games where SJ might be sitting out the whole second quarter.
Yeah.
Luka don't have that luxury. But and then my ideal, I think the East is going to be more of a wild west because you still got Detroit, who was the number 1 seed.
They won't
Indiana
be the number 1 seed this year.
No, they ain't gonna be the number 1 seed this year. But I'm just saying they still is a contender. Then you got Indiana gonna be back, Halliburton gonna be back, who just went to the NBA Finals 2 years ago. Then you got New York gonna be back. Boston ain't gonna be no slouch. With Paul George and Jason Tatum, they ain't gonna be no slouch. And then you got Miami with Giannis and Bam. You got to see what it looked like. And then, of course, Orlando, who made the playoffs the past 3 years, what that's going to look like. And the world waiting on to see what this Philly conjunction actually looks like on the court. We know what it looked like on paper, but we want to see what it looked like on the court.
That's what I'm saying. If Philly, if their key players with LeBron, Jaylen Brown, Embiid, Mackey, if they play quality, if they play to their level, and Washington with Trae Young and a healthy AD.
Oh, I forgot about Washington.
Yeah, you forgot about Washington. Then New York, they already kept all the pieces, so they'll be back in it. And then how that pans out in Miami. I don't see no scenario if those 4 teams are healthy and those 4 teams come back and they playing high level basketball. I don't see no scenario where Detroit and Indiana is even in the mix because they won't be able to. They won't have enough star power. Even though
I
you
mean,
don't
I
need
don't
that
know.
because
They got
I mean you don't need that necessarily because you can win
they
with
got
just
two
1 or 2
stars,
stars and have solid role players. But these
but
are
them
stacked
losing,
teams. These are we talking about stacked teams.
yeah, but them losing to Tobias Harris might hurt them.
Yeah,
That might hurt them because that might hurt them. But
I'm gonna call it already, man. I'm gonna call Philly, San Antonio in the finals.
I don't see, as much as I talk that talk, trying to boost it up. If everybody healthy, there's no way in the world Philly don't come out that East
Yeah,
because they
absolutely.
so strapped where LeBron and Maxey can sit on the bench while Embiid get off.
Mm-hmm.
Then when Embiid tired, here come LeBron, Maxey, Brown running up the court.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Edgecombe. You when you that deep, your starters can rest, and you still got star power on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So when you throw all 5 of them in there, oh man,
No, I got them coming out of the East, and I got San Antonio coming back with a vengeance.
yeah, but Wemby's still young because you got to remember
But he got a taste. But he got a taste
he
of
got a taste. But like I,
he
but
was
while I was,
close. You
yeah,
know
he
what I'm
getting
saying?
close. But
And
while I
for
was getting,
some players, that change a player. That could change
yeah,
a
it
player.
does. But what I was getting at is look at Shaquille O'Neal. He was a unicorn, unstoppable. His first 3 years, he made it to the NBA Finals,
Mm-hmm.
but he had to learn against Patrick Ewing. Akeem Olajuwon knocked him out twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he got older and got in his prime and learned to shoot the hook and his foot movement, and he became the superstar who he became,
Mm-hmm.
he was in LA. And when he was in LA, he couldn't be stopped. Then they had to come up with this creation of Hack-a-Shaq. And see, that's when you know you're a great player, when
He
you
hate that.
change the
He hate
league.
that term, by the way.
When you and ever since Shaq, they still use that today. Hacker Drummond, hackers, all because of Shaquille O'Neal. They couldn't stop him, so they basically had to break the rules, cheat. Like in baseball, you couldn't stop Barry Bonds, so you just had to walk him.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, cheat. You just had to.
Well, it's not
So
cheating, but I get what you're saying.
you ain't playing fair. You're not giving him an
You're not coming with
opportunity.
a fair defensive strategy to try to stop the player. You're just gonna
Bingo,
foul
you're
him as
not
soon as
giving
they line
Shaq
up.
a fair defense. You're not coming up with a fair defensive strategy. You're just gonna foul him and take the foul.
Yeah, yeah. Hoping he missed both.
Oh yeah, and Shaq created that. But just like
But he
Jordan,
didn't
Jordan
create
had to.
that. Other teams created that.
Yeah, other team people created that to try to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
But just like Jordan got beat up by the Pistons. But once he got in his prime, he couldn't be stopped. And that's
Right.
what I'm saying about Wemby. Wemby, this is his 3rd year. Okay, he
Mm-hmm.
went, he made mistakes. He gonna learn. He gonna be better. But I wouldn't look down on him if he didn't win it this year.
I
I
see them
wouldn't say
coming
he's
back.
gonna be a bust.
If you look at that Houston, if you remember not Houston, if you remember the OKC San Antonio that playoff series, The way them boys was battling, it reminded me of the '90s. And
Yeah.
he stood in there, '80s and '90s, and he stood in there. So that tell you one thing: he not only have the mental toughness, but he has the physical toughness, but he has the mental toughness to keep going and keep coming back, still playing hard. You know,
No. Don't get me. Don't get it misconstrued. I'm not saying he's not
uh,
gonna be a superstar.
uh, bring my water on that thing over there.
I'm saying if he don't win the chip, don't look at him as he's a bust. Because the great Shaq and Jordan, it took them 6-7 years to win their first.
Yeah.
So
He's
if he
young.
don't
He's
win
only
it,
22 years old.
yeah, he's young. But and then plus, he ain't even got his man body yet. You know how Giannis got his man body? But when Giannis came in, he looked just like Wemby, like a toothpick. Now Giannis cut up, muscle up, and he brought the championship to Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
So let Wemby grow up. Let him, you know.
Thank you. Y'all want to see my baby? No.
Let him grow up. Let him but the NBA season, we can't wait. But switching notes, we in the mix of the NFL season right now. Hall of Fame game on tonight.
Mm-hmm. Them Carolina Panthers. You see Carolina?
Yeah, they got
Carolina
one of their players going into the Hall of Fame, Luke Kuechly. And they got, and Arizona got one of their players going in the Hall of Fame, Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's well deserved.
But the NFL also did a lot of trades where
the biggest one was Myles Garrett.
The Rams acquiring Myles Garrett, staking up the league, and the Seattle.
Do we know if Aaron Donald gonna come out of retirement?
Nah, it's still a question right now.
If he come out of retirement, they win the Super Bowl.
And then Seattle, right after they won the Super Bowl, they traded the Super Bowl MVP to Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna see. And Aaron Rodgers say he coming back.
Oh yeah. I mean,
so we'll see what that look like. You know, Dallas made a lot of offseason acquisitions in the draft. You know, they got the defense that they. So we're gonna see what's going on.
You think Dallas got the defense to make it to the playoffs and get past the first round?
Do they got the defense to make it in the playoffs? Yeah. But I don't know if they have the defense to go deep in the playoffs.
You think they can match up? So you think they can match up with because in order to match, well, it depends. You know, we don't know how things play out. But
that put like this, that defensive coordinator that Dallas got from Philly, he got to change the culture, and I got to see it. So I ain't gonna pass judgment yet. I'm gonna wait till the season start. But if he got us in the top 15 defensively, everybody know we got the offense and the special teams to go all the way.
The best receiving core in the league.
And we got the best special team, the best kicker in the league. He can kick from 70 yards.
Yeah.
So if our defense is just, they don't have to be Ray Lewis defense, but if they can be in the top 15, a respectable defense,
Mm-hmm.
Dallas got a shot. Not saying they will, but they got a shot because of they got everything else to check the boxes. But the problem in the past 2-3 years is that the defense. They was talking about it last night. How Dak the past 2 years should have been one MVP by the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But when your defense giving up 40 and you scoring 40, it make your 40 look like garbage time points.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't respect it.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can tighten up that defense, a lot of people putting their money on Dak winning that MVP.
Well, we have to see about that. We have to see about that. We have to see about that.
What you think about the NFC East? I mean, the NFC South.
NFC South. I was just talking about that with some people. I think if Carolina carries the momentum from the last 3 games of last season and they play that way, I think they can win. They can win the NFC South. The only challenge is in the NFC South to Carolina is Tampa Bay. How good can Baker Mayfield play? In Atlanta, they got quarterback issues, so they got distractions already with Tua and Phoenix. They got distractions. So and New Orleans, they playing with a quarterback. I mean, he's probably a good quarterback, but he's young. He's too young. So I don't see them making noise, even though they did get ETN. I don't see them really knocking Carolina out if they play the way they played the last 3 games. I don't see no team in the NFC South beating them.
So basically, you saying you wouldn't be surprised if Carolina won the division.
Yeah, they should win the division. If they play the way they played, like I said, they carried it from the last 3 games of the season. And then the playoffs, they should have won the playoff game. But if they carry that going into this season, then yeah. But we have to see. We almost there. We have to see. But what you think about the NFC East? The Cowboys.
I think people underestimating Washington. I think we'll beat. Matter of fact, we open up the season against the Giants, but I believe we'll beat them both times because the first game is in New York. So if we win that game, that means the next time they got to come to Texas, and you know they'll get blown out. So it's gonna come down to the Marvin Hagler and Sugar Ray Leonard. It's gonna come down to the Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. The Cowboys and Philly.
So which one is the Cowboys? Which one is the Cowboys? Who's the Cowboys?
What you mean?
So the Cowboys Ali? I guess Cowboys Ali.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler. That's who it's gonna come down to. And Washington,
the 2 best.
And Washington and Philly is just, Washington and the Giants are just decoration. But I believe that the Washington is good enough, even if they don't win the division, still make the playoffs. Let me give you a scenario.
Hold up. So you saying NFC East could come up with 3 teams in the playoffs?
They did it 2 years ago. Dallas, Washington, and Philly came out the East. All 3 of them was in the playoffs.
I don't know about that.
You don't remember?
But I don't see that happening. I don't know. Not the way that I don't
Philly,
know.
Philly went to Tampa Bay. I forgot if they won or lost.
I don't know. I don't see that scenario
No, I'm just
because
saying it could have happened.
yeah,
I'm
it
just
could
saying
happen.
Washington good enough, I believe, to make the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But like you say, that NFC is scrapped. But the AFC got a lot of more of those high-profile quarterbacks
Mm-hmm.
that the NFC don't have to deal with.
Yeah.
So Washington might can sneak in there because all of the I'm talking about wild card because all the division winners gonna be there, and I already know that Seattle gonna win their division,
Mm-hmm.
probably Green Bay, probably
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, probably Dallas, and
So
then
you
two
are picking
wild cards,
Carolina to win the division.
huh?
So you are picking Carolina to win the division.
I'm just saying, like I said, I got right now it's too early. I got to see about mid-season. I'll be able to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
but as of right now, just throwing it out there, the Rams, Green Bay, Carolina, and Dallas win their division. That means you got two wild cards.
Mm-hmm.
Who are those wild cards? Is it going to be Minnesota?
Tampa
Some
Bay.
people say the Bears.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it going to
you
be
can't forget
Philly?
them. I think they'll come. See, this is one thing about the NFC. Well, in the AFC, you got Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati they're going to come back and play better than they did last season. The
Kansas City,
Chiefs is
Denver,
definitely going to come back.
New
Then you
England,
got Detroit. They're definitely going to come back.
Buffalo. Yeah,
Definitely,
Detroit.
yeah. But Detroit, I was going to be talking NFC. Detroit, definitely in Chicago. Those two teams are going to come back because they want to, bounce back from last season. So they're going to play better. So you know, LA right now they're riding on a high horse. They thinking maybe they got it locked in, and that type of mentality you can get caught slipping. Uh, uh, Hopefully, the coach, which he's a smart young coach, so he'll put them in the right, keep them all in the right mindset. But those two teams in the NFC, Detroit, and I like Detroit. I like the coach. I like golf. I like Detroit. Detroit and Chicago are the two teams that you have to watch out for because I think they will bounce back. And then, like you said, Buffalo, uh, they'll bounce back because they want to, get over that. They want to get over that hump. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting season this year.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season, and
I can't wait. I can't wait.
Carson Beck looking real good for Arizona, but the game tied up 17-17. Everybody thought it was going to be trash, but it turned out to be a good game.
Yeah, but I
But
was hoping they was going to play Bryce Young at least one season so we can get a good look at him, but they're not playing.
nah, they ain't. They might play him like the last preseason game, but not this. But it's our time is almost up. I want to thank everybody for watching, and next time I apologize. We didn't get to dive into everything else that's going on, WNBA,
Mm-hmm.
Major
It was
League
attendance is
Baseball,
off the Rockets.
but
I watched some of the games.
we get back into that. We'll try to touch bases on that on our next show.
Mm-hmm.
But Yeah, we thank everybody for support. Let you know we back. And
Mhm.
Chico, you got any last words?
Yeah, you got any? You usually ask me a question. You don't got no question?
Yeah, I got a question. What advice the best, something quick and simple that you can for food for thought that you could pass on to the YNs?
The best advice for the YNs:
To give them some food for thought.
don't. Even though you're young, don't take life as you have a lot of time. I was having this conversation with a young guy earlier today. He's like 26 years old, and he think that he don't have to buy a house. We talking about buying a house, stuff like that. And I was telling him, I said, well, in your mind, you're thinking you got all this time in the world, but what young people don't realize is that time goes by fast. And for one, you don't want to be in a situation where you even get labeled a YN. Because if you're young and black, um, and people see you, your appearance tells them everything. So nobody's saying you gotta, you know, dressed a certain way, but how you carry yourself and actually what you wear does tell people a lot about you. And then it's a saying, as soon as you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. So that's one thing I would tell them. Don't believe that you have all this time in the world because you may be 25 right now, but 40 will come quick and 50 will come quick. And to anybody that's in the streets, stop because you got to think about this. One day you will be 65. And I've told family members this. One day you will be 65. And what will you have? What will you have accumulated? If you're listening to this, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40, 50 years old, take a piece of paper and write out a will. Like, write down all your assets, everything that you could sell right now, whether if it's shoes, jewelry, if you own a house, if you outright own your car, write all that on a piece of paper. And that tells you where you are in life right now. And if you're not
Oh.
where you want to be, that means you got more work to do. If the only thing you can put on that paper is I got an Xbox and I got some Jordans and I might got a watch, you got a lot of work to do. And whatever man or woman you want to be at in your 30s, in your 40s, you got to do the work right now to get there.
Yeah.
That's the advice I would give the young generation. You got to do the work now, and when you're young, it's the best time to do it because you have the energy to do it. You're motivate you. Well, you got to motivate yourself, but and stay motivated and stay consistent. But you have the energy. Your mind is sharper. As you get older, everything declines, and you have to work harder as you get older just to get up out the bed and just go do something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But when you're younger, you have the energy to do it. So take that energy and put it in something positive and prepare for it. So when you do get older, when you're 50, 60, whatever, you're where you want to be. And then when you write your will out, you can be proud of what you see on that paper.
Yeah, I can agree with that 100%. But next episode, I got something more spiritual, but I'm gonna
Mhm.
save that for that and let this marinate. But like I said before, thank everybody for watching. check out the next episode.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hit the like button, share it, let everybody know. Just watch us. Walk with us. You know what I'm saying, as we grow the channel. And for everybody that have subscribed, we do want to say thank you.
All right, till the next time. Peace.